Massachusetts, where today women's lacrosse crowns a national champion. It's the undefeated ACC champs, North Carolina, against the battle-tested Big Ten champs, Northwestern. Only one can leave as the national champion. Riley Campbell, saved by Betty Nelson. And a quick outlet. North Carolina has numbers. 4-on-3, shorthanded. Do they go to goal? Yes. And Marissa White wasn't ready for it. Delaney Sweitzer, the Northwestern goalie, out of her cage on the clear. And the Wildcats get the ball back. Still a woman. Here's Madison Taylor. Great feeder. Does it there. Betty Nelson, 2 early saves to start this game for North Carolina. Redshirt freshman goalie standing tall to deny the Wildcats on this power play. Still 25 seconds left.
They are scrappy. They go at you hard. They put a lot of pressure. They can collapse on double teams and come with some takeaway checks.
Led by number 4 right here, Jane Hansen, the takeaway artist.
And Betty Nelson reading it very well to start this game.
She's had some really strong stops, especially when you start a game and you are a player down. Give credit to Betty Nelson and the defense in front of her.
Her first year playing college lacrosse, you make it to the national championship game. No nerves detected for the Tar Heels goalie. Another freshman, Chloe Humphrey, in attack mode, denied by Delaney Sweitzer.
The goalies have been the story in these opening minutes, and we're going to see an off ball. Looks like a...
You can see how much space they're giving Chloe Humphrey, this North Carolina offense, to operate and go to work.
Beats the double team, but it's saved by Schwitzer. What a save by Delaney Sweitzer. Rescued that possession for Northwestern. Retreats, Forrest all over Taylor. Still manages to pick the pass. Bolig, save made, Betty Nelson.
4 save for Betty Nelson. These goalies have come to play. We talked with Delaney Sweitzer, who's at her 3rd college. Started at UNC, spent time at Syracuse, now Northwestern for her final year. She's been battle tested and said this is her last collegiate game. She knows what's on the line. She looks like she's got something to prove today, early with making some of those big stops. A lot of focus is on Ashley and Chloe Humphrey. They need other players offensively to step up, but this starts with a great Betty Nelson save. And they have stepped up and just really developed and shined.
Schwitzer, big save off the 8-meter, but a push. So this will be... Patillo explodes in. Schwitzer, the save again.
Delaney Sweitzer coming up big. One of the biggest names in the transfer portal.
Only down 2 goals because Delaney Sweitzer, the goalkeeper, was terrific.
You can see her really exploding to the ball, making critical saves, maintaining the ball in the crease, not allowing those rebounds. Really impressed with her play so far. She knows this is her last collegiate game. Coming off that win against Boston College, she told us yesterday in practice, I played Boston College 8 times. I never won against them until Friday night. UNC team last year. They've come back healthy and so strong.
Osborne, denied by Delaney Sweitzer. Wins it back, though, off the rebound. The lefty who steps up now for a free position. Vergano, the Virginia Tech transfer, moved to North Carolina to play in games like these. National championships. Bouncer low. Delaney Sweitzer read it the whole way.
She's been playing a high arc today. She's trying to take away the angle for the shooter. It makes it so difficult when you step up to take an 8-meter and you see a goalie playing a high arc, because you don't see a lot of netting around them and you're not quite sure. It makes you second guess your plan of attack.
The defense is able to collapse on her.
1-on-1 with Betty Nelson. Nelson got a piece of it and keeps it out.
The goalies have absolutely come to play in this matchup. Betty Nelson's 5th save, and it's right dead center. Madison Taylor, the nation's leading goal scorer, staring her down.
She's usually automatic from there. And here's Chloe.
Great clear out, but it just took a little too long to set that up. Northwestern was able to already set the slide, so she wasn't able to get a good look.
Come from a lacrosse hotbed. Castle Rock, Colorado, went to Valor Christian, but they're no stranger to producing star-studded players. Christian McCaffrey, a Valor Christian grad. Great save by Schwitzer. Delaney Sweitzer, Sheehan, is keeping Northwestern in this game.
I think she's done a phenomenal job just making those stops. A few of them have bounced out. Sammy White had her back there, coming up with those.
At the top of the 8-meter arc, trying to use that face guard as a pick.
They clear it out for Chloe, goes lefty. Schwitzer makes another save. 5th save of the quarter, 9th in this first half for Delaney Sweitzer. Here's Nikki Miles, trying to muscle her way in. The rebound falls to Madison Taylor.
Hey there, it's Coach Damon. Real quick, if you're enjoying this save edit, I want to invite you to sign up for my weekly newsletter where I send out lacrosse goalie tips, tricks, drills, everything that I was working on during that week. It's absolutely free. Just go to laxgoalierat.com/email, enter your email, and you'll get the next newsletter. And while you're at it, be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube video so that you can be notified when the next save edits come out. Let's get back into it.
Only 2 goals. Can they find something here? Inches away. That rings off the pipe on a bouncer. Tar Heels goalkeeper Betty Nelson down with Dana Boyle.
Betty, you just held a Northwestern offense to 2 goals in that first half. What's critical in containing them?
I mean, especially for getting out on defense, our guys have been doing an incredible job just pressuring them and making them feel like they have nothing. So they're doing a great job. They're giving me the shots that I want to see.
Thanks, Betty.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's the goalies that have stolen the show, Sheehan.
Delaney Sweitzer has stood so strong, coming high out on the crease, stuffing some shots, coming up with some key takeaways. 9 saves in that first half. This is her last collegiate game, and she wants that trophy, trying to will this Northwestern team back.
Betty Nelson showing she can do the same, reading the ball so well in transition, remaining patient on her line, not baiting on any of this deception that's been added by the Wildcat offense. She's allowed this Tar Heels offense to have a majority of possession.
Yeah, all the... Ashley Humphrey finds Marissa White. Schwitzer got it with her foot. Delaney Sweitzer picks up where she left off.
If I'm Chloe Humphrey, I'm taking this. You're on the center hash mark. You want to score. Goals are important. You're not taking your foot off the gas. But I can see that utilizing time could be beneficial. But if I'm her, I'm going to cage.
And she does. Schwitzer there to meet it. 11 saves for Delaney Sweitzer. Short-handed goal for Northwestern. And it all started with Schwitzer.
Schwitzer is stealing these saves. Chloe Humphrey mixes up her shot, but this time she goes high. Schwitzer reads it, and this is just perfection. Good explosion step. She keeps it in the goal circle, but wait for a really high percentage look.
Ashley Humphrey, 3 assists today, looking for a 4th. Schwitzer to the rescue again.
Unbelievable composure by Delaney Sweitzer. It appears that nothing is phasing her. She's not biting for anything.
Vergano feeds it in from in. Good save, Betty Nelson. Battle for the rebound. Nelson shoved. And it's going to be Tar Heels possession. 6 versus 6 instead of 7 versus 7. Getting that here. Kate Levy. Schwitzer the save. A season high 13 saves for Delaney Sweitzer on the sport's biggest stage. Here's Kaylee Harden with a head of steam. Spins into a double team. Passes out of it through contact. Fed inside. Delaney Sweitzer there to meet it again. 14 saves for Delaney Sweitzer.
That was a perfectly timed double team by Sammy White. And she was collapsing into the double on Harden very cleanly, playing
in black, still scoreless. Feeds it inside. Great look. Stuffed on the doorstep. Betty Nelson says no.
That was almost a carbon copy of the game-winning goal from the semifinal matchup. Sam Smith is up.
Here's Chloe Humphrey. Has a step. Schwitzer got a piece of it.
Look at all the space that North Carolina has, but it's the spacing.
They go right back to Chloe. She feeds it, Kylie Motai. Schwitzer keeps it out again. Scramble for the rebound. Northwestern has it.
A lot of these shots are high. I think Carolina's got to mix up their shot placement. 16 saves, though, for Delaney Sweitzer.
By far and away, her best performance of the season.
And maybe her career. I mean, we've been watching her for a long time. This has been one of the most inspiring performances I've seen of the goaltender.
Nothing has fazed her today.
Away from completing an undefeated 2020 or 22-0 national championship. Schwitzer, 17th save. She has been the hero for Northwestern, but just not enough offense on the other end for the Cats. The perfect season is complete. North Carolina, national champions again. For she and Sandwich Birch, Charlotte North, Dana Boyle, our producer Jordan Cannon, our director Brett Lancaster. I'm Jay Alter saying so long from Fox.